Extra, 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 extra. Extra, 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 extra.
Good night, welcome back to Extra Time. I am Georgetta Lewis, your host. And tonight I have here with me George Sowa Dublin. Good night to you, sir.
Good night.
And how are you feeling tonight?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, obviously there is, some positivity in the air. There is some excitement going on. The cup, pretty much is in your hand. Tell me this, pretty much.
You know, could be pretty much when I done with.
It's all in your hand.
Exactly.
All in your hand.
Thank you very much.
Well said, well said. Tell me about the feeling, how
it's an absolutely fantastic feeling. Some people would say that this is my first cup, but I was much involved in the first cup, not playing, but more on an advisory and assistant coaching role. And that I wasn't there on the actual day when they played the final game that decided when they won the cup last year, but I was here last night. Took part in the game, I played my part, and the feeling was, you can't describe it, you know what I'm saying? For somebody that at my age and the amount of years I've played, the amount of times I've been to this particular point to win a cup and got away from me, the feeling was absolutely fantastic.
Great. Alright, tell me more about the part you actually played in the preparation. You mentioned, that you did you took a different turn this season than you've had for the past years. Tell me about your contribution in preparation.
Well, it was for me more mental, because we had some player issues early in the season where we lost some players. Some players decided that they weren't playing in football anymore and so on. So I had to make a decision whether I wanted to be the type of person that I was before, being able to sit on the sideline and try to help direct them from out there, or go back out on the pitch and direct them from on the pitch. I figured being on the pitch was the best place for me because I wouldn't have to shout as much.
Alright, and then so you're kind of in a player-coach position.
No, I was definitely a player.
Definitely a player.
Yeah.
So you're more in player mode.
We had a coach this time around, so I didn't have to coach.
Alright, so it kind of took off that so it was a bit easier for you.
Yes.
Physically, and to get your body prepared to actually play and play in player mode, physically, tell me about your preparation. What did you do? Was it more early morning workouts or just the regular training?
To be honest with you, I don't really train enough.
So it's all natural for you?
No, it's not all natural. Let me rephrase the question. I do train, but I don't. Remember, it's me alone over in Montreal. It doesn't have adult football in Montreal, so there's nobody for me to go and scrimmage with to get that bomb out and that push boat on a regular basis. So what I do is I do more of a physical aspect of the game. Do a little jog for 20 minutes, then sprint for 10 minutes, then jog for 20 minutes, then sprint for 10 minutes, and then you do that enough repetitions that you get your body conditioned to be able to absorb constantly moving about for the 45 minutes and then interchanging with the few odd sprints you're going to do. You're not doing, for me, I'm not going to do more than 5 sprints in 1.5. Right. So if I know I could sprint 6 times and jog around for 20 minutes, I know in football and anti, the ball outside more time than
inside. Understood.
So, big up the rest time.
Right.
So
understood.
My preparation is more of that type, being able to move, because technically I'm not bad. You know what I'm saying? So, because I know my ability to play the game, I think I'm ahead, wise.
Right.
A lot of players here. So I know I could outthink them. It's just being able to get where my mind tells me it's supposed to be.
Right.
And I did that bit of work, and it actually paid off.
Alright, well, according to the leagues, year after year, for those who follow football here in Antigua, we know Hoppers have been this close to the championship time after time, and to get it, and you being a part of it, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I've been around Hoppers roughly 25 years.
Wow, that's a very long time.
And I've been in the Premier League with them for the last 18 years, because we came up in 2000. And in that 18 years, we probably should have won a rough estimate of about 7 championships. A rough estimate. Yeah. And let me say 5 didn't go away. It could be we didn't do enough to get that 5. I would say we didn't do enough to get that 5. Some people would say that we were poorly officiated. Some people would say that we were outplayed. So there'd be a difference of opinion. To actually get it now and to have 2 in 3 years is good for the club.
Right.
I always knew that the day would come. When it was with me as a player, with my son and other kids from Greenbay, the day would come.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But apparently, it seemed like a lot of people didn't think the day would come, and now the days come, they can't handle it. But that's their problem.
Right. So, how did you feel? Tell me your personal experience when the whistle blew, and the crowd was just rushing out on the field with all the excitement, and we got it sealed.
Well, for me, it was more of the fact that our fans now could say the first one was not a fluke. We have two now. You can't still give us as bridesmaid and one-hit wonders and these kind of things. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, the feeling was a different feeling. When we scored, there was no doubt in my mind that we was gonna win.
Understood.
You understand what I'm saying? Because the coach he keep ponging, so don't run on the midfield, so don't run on the midfield. And for me, if we stand up at midfield, then somebody can stand up with me.
Right.
If we run the midfield, somebody can run up
with you.
So if me double it, obvious that the man doesn't mark me double 20.
Right.
So two of us on the same distance, we get back from the goal.
Understood.
He's smart like me.
Right. So it's just all strategy.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes that's what you need. It's not all about the physical. It's about the mental thought of it and the whole strategy around getting around what the issues could be.
Do you all believe that anybody that has successful business did not have a plan?
They sure as hell didn't. Alright. How did you celebrate? Did you have one of those famous dance, or did you yell something out? Salute?
I saw Quinton today in town.
Oh, you did?
So me drive, go back to him, wine on my glass, and he do that.
Yes.
So me like figure out what you try to say, and then I remember now when they find out whistle, don't do that.
Yes. So that was your thing.
So I guess that's adjustment. That's a funny thing. That's a funny thing.
I thought you had like a dance move. I would, act it to show me.
Dance, definitely.
It's not
it's
your
not
thing.
in the repertoire.
Alright. But I definitely feel that.
Yeah,
though. I definitely feel that. Was the preparation any different leading up to the last game than it was any other games during the season?
Well, I can't say about the preparation, unfortunately, but I would assume that the preparation was set to the game plan, because I played 14 of the 18 games we played. And for every game, the coaching staff, Lexi Phoenix and assistant coach George Kajuawana, laid out a plan. It was not just, I want y'all to just go there and play football. I want you to do this, I want you to do that. We're supposed to wait until this particular time to do this. So I believe that when Lexi gave his team talk, it was specific of what he wanted.
Okay.
When we win the task, what direction we go, how we go about the first half of the game. If we were ahead, what we supposed to do. If we were behind, what he expected. If we stayed neutral, So we had a game plan. I wasn't here because I work over in Manchester. I came over yesterday morning and actually almost didn't get over. And honestly, when I got to the ferry port is like,
we were on the same ferry over. So
okay,
I know,
and there were like 200-300 people in front of me.
Yes.
And when I got closer to the ferry gate now to go and check in, I heard somebody saying you can't go on the ferry unless you have a booking already. I had no booking. Okay. So
you were at the point where your heart was already racing.
And then I was with a friend of mine, Mr. Pennyfeld. Mr. Pennyfeld said, so I can book my line now. So I booked my line now, and I should be the desk. I will come out on the ferry.
You see how in life it all works out? Because strategy.
Yeah, but
on the field, strategy.
Because when she say
that was the pretty smart move.
Yeah, they say you can't get to Kennedy. So I pay cash me, I know. So, and then I punch you and when I reach the man said, "Don't mess. Well, go by this and start to mess with the agent because I've been treated a lot. And the coach wanted the agent's son.
Yes.
So I said, well, I don't have any ticket and I have to get to Antigua. She said, well, Dublin, you can't get Antigua this morning. I said, well, you son can't run for football. Then me can't get Antigua. Me, nah.
Strategy again. You really didn't even mean that, but at the point in time.
So the next agent said, Dublin, you need to move in front of the young lady allowed the diplomat. George Dublin, such and such and such and such confirmation. Let's go. And
alright, nice. Halftime it was 0-0. Were the thoughts of, oh no, not again, start to creep up, or you just knew somewhere inside that, we were going to take this one?
Well, halftime was 0-0. I wasn't worried based on the fact that they weren't creating much chances for us.
Right.
When they were going down, which was in anybody that played in any of these stadiums we have in Antigua, going that direction is always the best chance to score because you're going downhill, the breeze against your back, that kind of thing. So it was halftime and they didn't create much chance going down the hill. And I think we have a really solid team. So I know we could defend the hill And then going forward, attacking wise is massive pace and brain. Ziggy, Eugene, and pace.
I was just about to ask, you know, what's the pace like?
Right. You know, so we were. I wasn't. You know, friend. I'm saying I respect the power team. There are players that could hurt you.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they couldn't have scored enough.
Right.
I do respect the players that they have. But I'm just saying I wasn't. I don't know the rest. I know that once we come back out at 0-0.
Yeah. So you just,
we just
at this point, there's nothing to lose.
Yeah.
It's just so keep composure and keep calm and confident.
45 more minutes to go.
Yes. What kept you motivated though?
Well, I had an altercation with the official in the 15th minute.
Okay.
And then it totally like it went against me because I had an opinion. And the worst thing, I know that official, the only way he could determine the outcome of that game is if he give a penalty. And me and believe that I'm going to be that daft to do something that would be one penalty. Accidents do happen.
Yes.
But I knew that me play, me can determine the outcome of this game.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, when we come off here, he will come off here best that me win.
Right.
So that was my motivation to come into that.
And I'm kind of glad that you mentioned that. And in fact, it's a very, 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 very important message that you're actually sending out to the youths, because sometimes things happen and we don't know how to capitalize on it. And sometimes I tell people bad things happen to good people too. And it's just the way you come out of your situation, you fight back, and sometimes a positive outcome could be, you know, your best way to win the war. What are some of the...
Just before you go, to add on that, to be a role model or somebody that a few people in this world may look at, whether it be the few people live in the Greenbay or the few people live outside the Greenbay, it doesn't really matter, because they're people that look up to me.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Now, at the end of the day, if me play for Hoppers,
yes,
and there's a youngster playing for Oldwood like Rakim the Turville,
right,
I will, after the game, I will give Rakim the Turville what I think of his performance or what I think of him as an individual after watching him play.
Yes.
It's whether he wants to take it in the positive or
the negative.
And there's no young player in Antigua today that has played against me and do something good that I haven't complimented and what I did.
I'm glad you're saying
we are there to support our
that's
youth.
the main objective.
I'm already playing against you, yes, but I have to respect the fact that you are a talent.
Yes.
And if you could say that somebody of my caliber, which isn't a bad player, could compliment you, that should be some sort of motivation to try to keep yourself going forward.
Well said.
You know, and I think if a man is officiating the game and me and you have a different opinion, you should still stay neutral. Yeah, so, you know, it could be different.
Tell me about some of the hardship that you faced during the concluded season. If there, you know, any issues you think you had, you know, tell us a little bit about that. I know there were some hiccups here and there.
Well, as the time concluded, I mean, now the season is finished. Well, there's always going to be issues now. There's the issue of the surface at ARG, which I think needs to be a lot better. Because if we have 20 Jamaicans, 15 Bajans, a Trinidadian, 2 Grenadians, a couple of Vincentians being imported to play in this league what we have here, the playing service has to be of some better standard than this is.
Yeah, because you don't want them to leave
because
that bit.
good players coming from abroad to look bad on a bad surface. You understand what I'm saying? You need to give the players and them no reason to use the surface as an excuse. Right? Some people say we're making excuses. We're not. ARG is bad.
Okay.
It's
the reality
bad.
of it.
It's bad.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I am saying I'm not knocking the ABFA or knocking whoever it is that is in charge of the field. And that.
But should be told the reality of it.
It needs to be better.
The standards could be lifted.
Let me be real. I think in the Eastern Caribbean, meaning Antigua, St. Kitts, Nevis, Anguilla, I think we are the best league out and out, right?
Right.
Let's say for some odd reason somebody ear one of our games. Do you think that pitch is of any standard to be eared around the Caribbean?
Understood.
Now last night,
and we're just talking about what it looks like. I mean, you actually play on the field, and I'm assuming that it was a very uncomfortable moment. Like playing is not, it doesn't give it a most perfect game.
You have to play it.
Yes.
So that you have to live with.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm just saying it could be better. It could be better.
Okay. Talks were aired about officials and inconsistency and some hints of favoritism. You want to speak anything on that? If you felt, if you don't think or you didn't see
Well,
anything,
yeah, the question was asked, and me can answer the question.
yes, sir. Go
Right.
ahead.
Now, in light of anything you do, somebody's always going to be for you or against
you.
Right. Now, when somebody is for us, we have no issue. When somebody is against us, it's an issue. And to add to it, when somebody is against Hoppers, for example, is me against you. So I'm Hoppers and you is Granbills. And Willie and your friend, but the person from Willie and me and a friend, then pick up that issue too.
Yes.
So they buying over your
kind
fight.
of a carry feel.
You understand? I can understand that.
Yes.
We ain't do nothing to hamper football in Antigua. All what Hoppers do is try to improve the standard of play of football in Antigua and Barbuda.
Alright.
We ain't trying to do no more and no less. We try our best to play proper football and develop our local players in them technically and mentally is a struggle, but technically our young players in them are at a proper standard.
Alright. A more personal question. It's basically around that same area. If you at that moment experiencing that, what would be your reaction? How would you deal or handle that situation?
Well, some people say action speak louder than words, right?
Does.
And all the action was last night.
I hear that.
So if somebody today wanted to come and talk about the vice president of the ABFA, president of Hoppers, and they feel the jump up with your team because they win a championship becomes an issue, that's for them their problem. Because that's garbage.
Right.
I am a president of a club. We win a championship. Yes, I'm an ABFA executive. Why can't I celebrate in my team?
Still, you should be part of that excitement.
It's not 5 more games to go. No? That's the last game this season. And the effort that the individual puts in to us getting to that particular point, why shouldn't that person be able to take? I'm saying is there is a line where some people should not cross.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But this person does not referee. This person does not set the referee schedule. This person does not instigate how the league goes.
Right.
The person makes a schedule and that's it. And you have to play according to the schedule and collect your points according to it. So it's not like we're set to play this person because of this or that.
Right, and then she doesn't even determine whether you win or lose. That's up to you guys on the field.
So for me to be hearing that people saying she shouldn't have did this or she shouldn't have done that.
That's
you understand what I'm saying? That's I don't want to call it small minded, it's little mindedness. You understand? It makes no sense. But when others do it, it's not an issue.
It's not an issue.
Yeah, I could touch on 100,000 pints here tonight. You
It
understand what I'm saying?
happens a lot.
For example, the technical director we National Football Program for 2 seasons being and coaching the team.
And coaching the team. Understood.
Last night he was in the dressing room of the club that he's affiliated with. How is that not a problem?
Awesome. Well, you have to be real. What is right is right and what is wrong is wrong. And it has to be across the board.
I am saying,
just saying in general.
If you want to chop up X, chop up Y.
Alright. How many more years do you think you have in this? Playing football.
Me can play football for as long as it take me for her a whole heap of hearts and
So you're a heartbreaker.
No, I'm being honest because I don't want to hear my age and this thing, but I'm going to hear it because it is what it is. I'm 41 years old.
Nice.
I've gotten compliments from a lot of senior players that I've played with when I was younger, who's older than me at this present minute, and players that are younger than me now, and players that played before me, that I'm playing at a solid level. You understand what I'm saying? At my age. And I respect the opinion of others.
Right.
I know I'm not, at this present time in my career, I'm not no international material. So playing for Antigua is nowhere in the thought process. But I'm going to play for Hoppers as long as I know I'm playing for Hoppers for the development and the benefit of Greenbay Hoppers.
Right.
Not for not to stop playing for Hoppers because these people they don't like to see me play or they assume I'm keeping some young stuff I'm playing. I'm playing for Hoppers because I still have something to contribute, whether it be on the pitch or off the pitch. And I know what I mean to the youngsters in the game.
Right.
And being able to play with me should be something to motivate them to be able to develop.
Taking on that
and if they don't play with me,
mentor role.
it's easy to learn by playing with somebody than watching somebody.
Yeah, but they always say that, you know, the best way to learn the game is to actually play the game.
Today I went down to 5 Island School, but my son goes to 5 Island School. So he had school league training. So I sit down. So when I sit down, he didn't say anybody. The rest of them say, oh, look, Jane, that. Yeah, so I sit down. So the coach went through the routine, the technique, the warm-ups, and so I said, so now they're going on and scrimmage. So the rest of them, so the coach just play with them, which is a good thing. Because as a coach, you need to play your players in them. So the things you do, they will follow. Or you need to do the right things. Don't play and do the wrong things. Play and do the right things. Right? Anyway, so they start to say, most of them are so you want to play, He said, no, man, I play up on the same side of the sun.
Right.
Alright, so they say, alright, go on the opposite side of the sun. So we go on the opposite side of the sun and, you know, we played for about 40 minutes. And it was a good sweat out for me. I played with my own age group because I don't want to go and just walk around and, you know what I'm saying? And I try to keep it simple, get it, pass it, move. Do, you know, one or two little fancy things that teach from Ken and them. You understand? And it was a good experience to me, it was a good experience to them. And all we enjoy, he said, when they run, all we talk, we drink a little water and we left.
Okay. Well, we spoke with a few of the younger players and we gave them all a chance to make Ultimate 11. And pretty much 10 out of 10, you were part of their team.
You lie.
Deadass. I mean, if you weren't mentioned as part of the Ultimate team, when the question was asked about, you know, who influenced you the most, or, you know, who showed more interest in your life growing up, at some point there was always a sowa Dublin.
I actually do something ego.
No. Ain't nothing wrong with getting sweat-headed right now. Give credit where it's due. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. We have all of this on recording, and if you stick with us, extra time, Football Profile 268, you will see in every interview your name is mentioned.
Well, hey, listen. I'm saying, nah.
You're blushing. Are you blushing?
No, why going to say to me, why not look at Sam, right?
Yeah.
Look at Sam, what to say, yeah, here you go now,
Yes.
Because look at Sam, like, come and say, sorry, I got 4 more grey hair than we seen last week. And then maybe say, look at Sam, I'm not taking that today. Anyway, you know that the best thing that ever happened in your life, you play the me right and then you take off and run. You see, you're in the ego.
You're in the ego.
And come back next week, you see him come again. So, so you look real old today, boy. But at the end of the day, if you look at Sam and see someone comes to the dressing room, you feel like you know. So
that's the impact you do have on them, and that's why, you know, I'm glad that you do what you do and you take what you do very seriously.
To be, anybody that knows me, I've never wanted to be the star player at Greenbay Hoppers. Anybody that knows me would know that. Me just want to be that person that does enough so the rest could be able to do what they say.
At least try to make way.
You know what I'm saying? I came up in the era I was born in the 70s, so I came up in earlier. In my era was Kelly Frederick, Ardy Chide, and so on. The Chile we started playing in and around the same time was Chile brightest prospects coming through at the time. And those two were upfront players. I was more defensive midfield defender. So the most of the hard work was done by me and this youngster from around Ireland named Gary Moore Anthony. We call him Bunnies. We just do all the dirty work. And Kelly and Ardy just score all the goal. And at the end of the go Greenbay, Kelly and Ardy, everybody talk about. I mean Bunnies do all the good work. But that never bothered me and Bunnies. Because all get put out there. Forget the ball to them. So we know how kid below. And this one coach in the early part, like Pat may tell me, you need to know what you can do.
Yes.
Meaning what you good at. Do what you good at. Don't try to do what the next man good at. You good at running and tackling. So you do that and let them they do for them. And that bit of advice never left me. That's how I say. And then after that it comes Ziggy and Lexi and Ken and Antoine and Bozo and Bling and them. And it never changed. Me do work and give them for do for them. If they don't do them, you encourage them for continue because you don't want to bring them down. Played Antigua with at least 3 or 4 different generations. And I can tell you, when half of the youngsters in come in, then they like me. Then they like me because me a bad person. Then they like me because of the fact that me try to keep them on the street right now.
And it's needed.
What they never try to do, no. it's obvious that I either tried to do it and didn't get away with it, or I saw somebody try it and didn't get away. So I don't want them to fall in the same trap.
Right.
In the last 3 years, 3 players, won't mention none of them names, but I know I wasn't the favorite person. They respected me as the captain of the team because they had no choice. But between in the last 3 years, all 3 of them come to me on a personal note and tell me if I wasn't around, then I know how their football career would turn out. And for me, we do enough right there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
No, seriously, that's just.
But the one anyway, you don't tell nobody what.
You don't have to.
They don't tell me.
It's not.
That ain't nothing.
Yeah, it's.
And I am saying.
You're not doing it for acknowledgement. You're doing it for the satisfaction of knowing that you actually had a major positive impact on somebody.
One of the main reasons why I really wanted to come up with football profile is because I predicted we was going to win the championship.
Yes.
It's not to
Don't worry, we touching on that.
I didn't come to inflate me ego or cuss somebody.
Yeah.
But I have to the things that are going on in football in Antigua, it could be better.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And it could be a lot better if a lot of we look at what football is really supposed to be about in Antigua. And that is to develop our young local players in them to the point where they could go out abroad and perform and help to develop the game outside the outside world. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, what me do no matter is what me do for help who will come after me. And then what he do to help the man is coming after him.
Right.
And what the coach me do to help me to become a better person and a better footballer. Not to become a better footballer, because I could be a good footballer and it
doesn't help the generation coming up.
So if you're a good footballer and a good person, the chances are the next man that come after you will want to be you.
And then that says a lot, not just as a football player. You're not speaking of just a player. You're speaking on a general base of character, mannerism, discipline, way of life, being a better athlete on a whole, not just a good footballer and don't have character with it.
Hey, plenty of people don't like me now. And for some reason I don't know why. Because I'm not a bad person.
No, I wouldn't say that.
No, if you do something, I'm going to take you wrong, I'm going to tell you right.
Yes,
if
and sometimes you have to be straight forward.
Right. Right, so...
Some people just don't like to be told that. Right. They take it wrong.
Okay. Now, in Montserrat, the Montserrat society is more of an educational society, meaning the parents then focus on the child doing good in school because you know what, for common, me son in a 1A and you son in a 1B. So the school part is more competitive than the sports part of it in Montserrat. Now, if these kids don't come to training 3 days, me and my phone calling this parent to find out why this kid not come. Whether the kid had talent or not. Right? And then, maybe even if the kid for 3 days, that parent will call and say, Coach, XYZ the problem with ABC. I say, alright. So what you want me to do? You let the child come so I can speak to the child, or you take the football away from the child for the child to put up. One of the 2 choices. Whatever decision you make for the best interest of this child going forward is alright to me. And then the parent says, alright, I will let the child come. One parent brought the child and me and the child sit down and talk. The child, he wasn't getting bad grades, but he was giving problems. You know,
in school.
I mean, he's here and talk like 2 big people with she right in the conversation, just me and he. And from that, she and the little boy had no problem.
Right.
There's a little girl, a little Spanish girl, she's different class. The Spanish children is they temper quick. So she does thing. And she mother made me over the same person. Coach, I want to see her. Like, so now you don't know she's a problem. I try to invite the mother still a see she. Then I see she ask she what happened. She tell me she go home, she mother wasn't home, she do A, she do B. When the mother say X is the problem, but she do Y. She say the reason why she do Y because X wasn't available. So them tell you, if X wasn't available, you wait until mommy come. You understand this? So
yeah, them have to say as parents.
But because why have a footballer that tomorrow they get contract and can't read their own name class?
Understood. Or read a contract to sign their own name.
You understand what I'm saying? That makes no sense.
It's very important. Very
and then you have a player who is a great player, but he goes and the coach said, boy, do this. And the coach said, my high man, and he starts. And he come back home and he tell you, I don't like him no more, but he not tell you the exact thing why he not there anymore. So when you train them to be, all of them now will come true. So if your coach 50 picking and catch 2, you settle with the 2 that you catch.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's all me ask anybody for one for basing coach. But a lot of us around here is one thing. Win, I have to win.
Win, no. can't be. Sometimes you're winners, even if it's not the championship. Whether you're winning somebody's heart, you're winning somebody to a better future, career, a better individual, you're keeping them off the street. Whatever good that you have instilled in that person, you know, you're winning that way too.
Listen, if you win 50 championship and the impact nobody,
Body, there's nothing to it.
you know,
Well said.
Yes, I'm not knocking nobody in
Well
direct. If anybody
said.
want to take it to heart, so
No, I believe
if
in
you
it.
win 10 championship and the influence
I believe
nobody
in it.
likes,
I'm a strong believer in that.
then you know.
Strong believer.
Understand?
All right, the transfer window from Barbados. You know, do you want to touch on that?
The chance, when I say
The whole
the
Barbados.
last transfer window that we had there, just what 3 games before the season finished. Apparently, on a regular, it would have been a later transfer window, meaning it would have been when the season actually finished.
Right.
For me, I don't think. I'm not saying the transfer window is a bad transfer window, but I don't think I should be able to transfer from the number 1 team in the league to the number 8 team in the league. Because then it means I'm stopping a team that come 3rd or 4th. Because I'm going from 1 to 8 to strengthen 8 to play the player against 3 and 4 from 1st division.
Right.
I'm depriving 3 and 4 of an opportunity what they work really hard for to get to
all
the
season. All season.
That's what I'm doing.
Understand.
And if you have a little bit of cash, you could transfer any amount of players you want, innit?
Understood, and then that will give you an advantage.
So a team played crap for a whole 18 game season and end up in 8. And then you take
At the
8 to
last
win
minute.
now to keep them in the Premier League.
Extra, 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 extra.